Basketball is a contact sport. Offensive players have to learn that when a defensive player is going to be physical with the offensive player has to meet that aggression. Anytime an offensive player backs away from contact or backs away from physical play or an aggressive defensive player, they give the defensive player an advantage. So if you're attacking the basket and the defender's on your hip, kind of bumping you, maybe hand checking a little bit, if you veer away from that contact, the defense wins. Now instead of driving towards the basket, you're driving towards the baseline. So you have two options essentially in that situation. One, you can meet their physical play with your own physicality and try to use your shoulder or your elbow to maintain your drive line to the basket. Your second option is to create space. So once the defensive player has you going away from the basket or towards the baseline, you create space and try to create a new angle to the basket. And so which approach you're going to use is kind of going to depend on which type of player you are, whether you want to rely a little bit more on strength and power, or are you going to rely a little bit more on speed and quickness, or shiftiness, or maybe your different dribble moves, so your skill essentially. So, but I often see, and especially with young players, as soon as the defensive player becomes aggressive and puts a little pressure on the offense and initiates the contact, the offensive player goes away from the contact and makes the defensive job a lot easier. The offensive player becomes weaker and easier to guard. So as soon as you feel aggression or you feel contact, you want to meet that aggression, and try to initiate the contact yourself as an offensive player instead of allowing the defensive player to bump you off balance or to bump you off your drive line. So again, basketball is a contact sport. The defense is going to make contact, is going to be physical, is going to be aggressive, and the offense has to meet that and be equally aggressive and equally physical to maintain their advantage or create an advantage.